Ryan, we're live.
We are live. We're back.
It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's been
2 weeks since
Bob.
we've been live. Well, hopefully the whole thing works a little bit better than it has. I think
I know.
The show's
that's
so
why we had to
popular
take the 2 weeks off so we could give StreamYard time to fix their issues.
Yeah, I hope they fix their issues. Of course, I was so busy goofing around with my shed hat that I forgot to share things out. But we'll get to that.
All right. Well,
that
guys, we are back. I know we haven't been here for 2 weeks, but sometimes you need a little break, and sometimes things come up, and guests don't show up. Sometimes
it happens.
It happens. Everybody's busy.
It seems to happen to us more often than not.
This is our Thursday night barbecue chat. We are back. We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Hey, we got one super great guest and then one great guest coming in to talk about our good friend Mike D. For those of you who have not following Facebook or not friends with Mike D, but you have seen him on this great show because he does great segments on the show for us. Heck, we got to watch him 10 bar at Memphis in May for a whole hour. I mean, how could you not get any better than that?
We did.
But anyway, Mike D's a good friend, and he had a massive fire down there in Memphis at his I guess it's his job locker or storage facility or wherever he does all his business. He lost everything. He lost a lot of great stuff. He lost all his tools. He lost all the stuff from his parents, stuff from his kids. I guess the really sad thing is it's stuff that's irreplaceable. Some of the stuff you cannot get back. There's some of the pictures of it. So we got our good friend and sometimes co-host Michelle O'Gwyn is going to join us to talk about it a little bit. And then we are going to get to the main attraction, Susie Bulloch from Hey Grill Hey. I actually said it correctly. Usually I mess it up because I always want to say Hey Girl Hey, but it's Hey Grill Hey.
I'm sure. I mean, we know that you mess things up.
I mess things quite. I mean, heck, I've said U-Bonds wrong for a long time. So what's the difference now?
It's U-Bon, right?
It's U-Bonds.
U-Bon.
Yeah,
right.
U-Bonds. Yeah,
Go back. Anyways, let's bring Michelle up here.
Hey. All right. Hey, Michelle.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're doing okay. Wish we were seeing you under better circumstances, but you are Mike D's representative to talk about the situation and things that happened about a week ago or so. Terrible situation. Mike D's
Has
a great friend.
Has it been a week already?
Week or two?
8 days, yeah. 8 days,
yeah.
It says.
Yeah.
So he is in the room. He's just not ready to be on camera yet, so he can hear everything that's going on. He says, "Love y'all and thank you guys very much." No, it's been 8 days. It's been a lot. He's exhausted. A lot of trying to salvage. He's not the only one affected. Obviously, that whole complex was affected, and he's been trying to be, in true Mike D fashion, helping everybody else out that's around him recover as well and get their stuff into new facilities that they were able to salvage. But what it boils down to is, for him, it was a complete loss on all of his stuff. Everything he stored there, he couldn't fit at his house. It was there. So his personal belongings, his child, Wyatt, it was his toys, his parents' belongings that, he hasn't finished going through yet after their passing. So it's things you can't get back. Job supplies, job tools, stuff he had together for OBR, stuff he had together for our contest this weekend that we're having in Memphis. He had saved it for raffles or got together for raffles and giveaways as well. Just, all the things that Mike does there. His Icy Tech apparently couldn't take the heat. It'll hold things cold, but it won't take the heat. All that stuff. But, the barbecue community, we did put out a Venmo instead of a GoFundMe because the way GoFundMe operates themselves, we opted to go that route for a fundraising tool for him. To help get some of his tools back, help him get some tools back and get some more, capital for job supplies to get himself back to work. Because it's kind of hard when you're self-employed and doing handyman and carpentry work, which is what he does for a living in pallets, to do that without tools and air guns and nail guns and air compressors and all the things like that. So that's a lot of money to get back out there. But we will say so far, since we put it out there, the barbecue community has been great. There's people that have been donating that he doesn't know. So all the shares have been amazing. So if you guys have the Cash App or the Venmo codes, if you want to sling it on the screen, please do so and help this dude out. I mean, there's things we can't talk about that are still in the works. But I would just say barbecue communities come together. It's what we do. It's what we do. It's why I'm involved with barbecue. It's just, they're family. We're all barbecue family. So he did want to make sure that I let you guys know that he very much appreciates it. If he's slow to respond, it's because he's either in the middle of something or he's a little bit emotional, and he'll get to you when he can. And he'll talk more publicly when he can. I know he's been sharing some Instagram reels or Facebook reels, but you know how Mike D is. He won't let anybody see his emotions, so he's gonna hide it behind humor and jokes like he always does. But just keep him in your mind. It's a lot. I mean, he's got a lot of things going on too, but keep in your thoughts, your prayers. Give him all the love. Check on him every now and then. But he's gonna rise from this. He said his next tattoo is gonna be a phoenix.
Nice.
Well, he did put. I mean, on that picture that Ryan put up. I mean, he did pick a real handsome picture of himself. I mean, he's pretty handsome in that picture.
Actually, that was my social media girl that did that for me.
Really? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually, he looks quite dapper in that picture.
Yeah, I think he's having a good day on that one.
So anyway, so if you're out there, if you can, and you feel like if you're watching from the barbecue family, and if you're watching this on Rewind or whatever it is, if you can and throw something a little bit towards Mike D to help support this and help bring it out, because Mike D is a great guy, and I can, I know Michelle says that he's out there helping everybody and this and that, and she ain't lying. Mike D is probably the first person that if you have something wrong, he's probably one of the first people to reach out, and he's probably one of the first people that'll probably show up. He did show one picture though, Ryan. I don't know if you could show me the picture with the license plate. He did send this, which is very inspirational to him because he does a lot with Operation Barbecue Relief, as I do. The whole place, as you can see, is destroyed and devastated and burnt up, and the Operation Barbecue Relief license plate is absolutely almost perfecto.
What did not melt got water damage or smoke damage.
So he's got, but he was talking to me today about he had his parents had a record collection with records going all the way back to the 40s and stuff that got destroyed, and that's the stuff that you can't bring back. The tools and the stuff that he can to get his handyman stuff together. That stuff you can buy new tools, but family memories you can't, things like that you can't bring back, and that's the thing that's most devastating to me is losing stuff like that. Having lost both my parents and having stuff that they touched or they did something like that, and yet you still have it around is irreplaceable. So
it was their collectibles too that really got to him. Like his dad collected horses, and they all melted together, became one giant unicorn, I guess. And mom, I think, was cows or chickens. Cows. So go steak.
Go steak. So, all right. So if anybody, we'll post that out through the show. We'll post Mike D's little Venmo thing, and hopefully, Michelle, thank you for coming on, talking for Mike D. Mike D, we love you. I know you can hear us, so we love you, buddy. And I know you're a fighter, and I know you're going to get back on your feet. And if you got anything, give a little shout out or a kick out for Mike D. So,
yeah, thank you. Looking forward to seeing Susie on the show, by the way.
Oh yeah, she's coming. She's coming up next. She's anxiously waiting to be on this stellar show.
And I was gonna throw in too. Like, I've never met Mike D personally, except for through here and everything. And I mean, I can definitely tell. And I mean, he's definitely the kind of guy that do anything for you. So, whatever you guys can do to help out, I'll throw the picture up here again, and we'll get it in the chat as well. Venmo at Mike-Davis-417. Whatever you guys can do for that. $1, 50 cents, it all adds up and helps out as much as he does for the barbecue community. I didn't even know
$10, $20. $10 is a hammer, man.
I didn't even know he worked. I just thought he did a lot of barbecue stuff. He's out traveling everywhere doing this and doing that. I was like, man.
I thought he just tended bar.
There's a lot of people that wonder what he did for a living. Now we know.
Now we know. But,
so, all righty.
All right.
Let's get
Michelle,
to our.
Thanks for coming on again. That's we know Mike's smiling in the background right now and tears in his eyes, but maybe.
My comfort dog is keeping him company over there.
There you go.
No, you can't be.
Oh, we're thinking
all right,
about
guys. Thank you guys for highlighting them today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem. Yep.
See you later.
Yep.
Next.
All right. So now we're getting to the main event, the show. That poor Mike Davis. That's such a great thing. That if people help out, and he's such a great guy. And it's sad to see something like that. But
and he tends bar so well.
He pours.
He does a great job of
so
getting people
accurate.
intoxicated.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yeah, like an ounce.
What was it? Was it the 3 or the quad? Pour him a quad.
Whatever.
So anyways,
all right.
Time for the show.
So we got our guest today is Susie with Hey Grill Hey. We do carry that at the store here at. Well, I'm not here at Wanamaker's, but we do carry it at Wanamaker's. It is on the shelf at Wanamaker's. We got a good selection of her stuff. I just added her rib rub to the selection. I think actually I did put a picture in the brand logos thing. It's a picture of it. I couldn't find a picture of the Hey Grill Hey logo, which, when you're doing stuff at 6 o'clock in the morning at the day of, that's what happens. Did you see it in the brand? So you can put it up in the corner.
You put that one in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, sure you do. It's been 2 weeks. We're a little off. We're a little rusty. We lost the whole logo in the back now. This is just the way it goes.
It's there.
There it is. I mean, look at how gorgeous that picture is. Could you find a better picture for that, Steve? No, of course I could. I looked through her whole page, and I can tell you, if you haven't looked at Hey Grill Hey on Facebook or watched some of the videos on YouTube, man, the food I couldn't find any pictures of the logos, but I saw a lot of good looking food.
I've seen a lot of good food too. That's what I was trying to get stuff up. I'll get that uploaded right now, but let's bring Susie to the stage.
Hey, Susie.
Hi, guys.
Welcome in. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me. I feel bad. Normally I wear like a Hey Grill Hey branded shirt. We could have just took a screenshot and popped that up in the corner for a logo.
Well, normally Ryan and I don't match the same shirts either.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not.
It's Blue Polo Day.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm feeling a little like I should.
Are you gonna bust out the shed hat? Because I can grab mine too.
We can do the shed hat. Yeah.
Oh, we get the shed hat.
There you go.
Yeah. And now we look even more like. But so as you can kind of tell, Susie, the show is not very scripted or anything. It just kind of goes by the seat of your pants as we're going along here.
I love it.
So, all right. So, did you ever do competition barbecue, or did you just went right into the social media type of stuff? But what got you interested in the barbecue aspect, I guess, to begin with?
Our first real exposure to barbecue, even the competition barbecue space, is, Barbecue Pitmasters Season 1. You got Tuffy and Leanne and Myron Mixon and those guys out, slogging it every weekend. And we grew up in Utah, and we didn't really have a ton of exposure to real wood-fired barbecue. We did a lot of Dutch oven cooking, so we were really familiar with charcoal. Both of our dads had grills. Todd's dad had a little Chief smoker in the backyard. But we really didn't grow up with a lot of barbecue. So we saw that show, and Todd went, "Oh, I think I would like that kind of barbecue. I just don't like, the barbecue that we've had, which was chain restaurants or barbecue sauce and chicken in a crock pot." So that was our first kind of worldly exposure to what, low and slow wood-fired barbecue looked like. He said, "I want to learn how to do that." And whatever Todd gets, somehow the Lord provides. It was within a couple of months, I had a job writing recipes online for a wood-fired grill manufacturing company with no prior barbecue experience. So they dropped off a wood-fired smoker on our porch and said, "Have fun. We just need 5 barbecue recipes a week starting Monday." So I didn't really start in the social media space when I got into barbecue. My first foray into barbecue was actually professional recipe development. So I started with recipes that the company already had written, and they were selling them in the spiral bound notebook that came with the grill. When somebody purchased a smoker, here's the cookbook. They wanted to digitize that entire recipe library. And I had experience on the back end of websites at that point, and I was a pretty prolific cook. I grew up in a restaurant family, so food was definitely an area of expertise for me, but not specifically barbecue. So it was a really fun way for me to step into the world of barbecue, do it with, a lot of behind the scenes work and a lot of behind the scenes practice, because my face wasn't anywhere on social media. I was developing recipes for a couple of years before I ever put my name on something online. So I kind of cut my teeth in that world first and learned how to cook really good barbecue and write really good barbecue recipes, and use my writing to teach people how to cook barbecue that were a lot like me and didn't really have prior barbecue experience, but they got one of these grills for the first time and they really wanted to be successful with it. So that was 11, almost 12 years ago. So I've been writing recipes professionally for well over a decade, specifically in the barbecue and grilling space. And then, a couple of years later, when I was on my own, I said, okay, well, I fell in love with barbecue. That's all I want to do. I want to keep writing recipes, and I want to be able to do it from home and raise my kids in conjunction with, sharing my recipes. And it was very scary to put my name and my face behind the brand, because I was working kind of anonymously prior to that. So the decision to kind of strike out on my own and do the social media thing and do the website thing on my own was scary, but it was the best decision ever. And now we're here. Hey Grill Hey is over 9 years old. We'll be 10 years old next year. So it's been a really fun journey for us. But that's where I started. It wasn't just social media. It was professional recipe development in the barbecue space.
Well, I can honestly say I've been selling stuff long enough that I remember that when you did grills, that was part of your perk of buying the grills. Yeah. They gave you a free cookbook with it, which now I still get people that ask, do they give any kind of cookbooks? And it's like, dude, everything's online. They're not going to write a cookbook.
It was not that long ago. I mean, I was there for the beginning of time when barbecue recipes started being published online for the first time. And now you can't even imagine not turning to the internet first to look for a recipe, So a lot has shifted in the barbecue landscape in the last decade. It's been really fun to be a part of.
Well, and not only I went through a bunch of your pictures, and I think I had to wipe some of the drool off my paper every time out there. But if you guys are looking for a recipe or something out there, anything that's cooked, Susie puts her recipes and how she does it out there for everybody.
Yes.
It's just there. I am making these.
Do you want to know the story behind these?
Yes.
These have a phenomenal story.
I might need a napkin, but.
Okay, so we all know burnt ends not made from brisket are stupid, and we all call them silly things, right? Hot dog burnt ends aren't actually a thing. They're a thing because I made them viral on the internet 8 years ago or something. I think my original video had like 58 million views on Facebook or something. Now everybody's done every iteration of them, but it made people so mad because burnt ends are only brisket. But there's poor man's burn ends and pork belly burn ends and pork shoulder burn ends. And so I'm like, I'm going to do filet mignon burn ends just because I like a riot sometimes. You know what I mean? I just really.
Right.
I don't know. Being so new to barbecue, I wasn't aware of a lot of the I don't know. People get really angry when you do things that they don't think is traditional or perfect or whatever. But one thing I love about barbecue, especially have been doing it for so long, is seeing how things evolve. So anyway, I was going to call these filet mignon burn ends. I ended up cooking them at Memphis in May and turned them in the beef category. And we tied for third place with those filet mignon burn ends. For the website, we call them sweet and sticky steak bites, but you guys will know in your heart that they should be called filet mignon burn ends.
Well, no, everybody.
But they're
now
so
everybody
good.
In the world knows.
So if you look, the ends have a charcoal-based rub on either side of them, so it mimics like bark that you would get from like a burn. It looks in the box, it looks like a burn end because you have that dark charcoal crust on one side and then my sweet rub around it. So you get that kind of red glistening on the sides. They look like perfect little burn ends. And then you bite into it and it's medium rare filet mignon that melts in your mouth. It's wild to experience. They're super great.
They look super good.
All right, that's the show, guys. I got to go to the store.
Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah, right. Why don't you catch up on some comments, Ryan? We got some comments. We got some comments this week. I'm excited.
AK Barbecue Man, we were talking about our blue shirts, and he comes in with the Twinkies.
Oh.
And then we got Drunken Chef Barbecue says, "Are you still in Utah?"
We are. I love Utah.
Is there some place in Utah now that you would recommend trying out?
There is a new spot in southern Utah, St. George, Utah. It's not like a main city, but if you've ever tried to do the southern Utah national parks tours, most people fly in through Vegas and they come up and do Grand Canyon, Zion National Park, Bryce, Moab. There's like a ton of national parks around where we live. Everybody comes through St. George. And in this town, a spot just opened up called Picarica, and they're doing Texas-style barbecue mixed with Southwest flavors. So they're making their own tortillas. They have really amazing beans. They do their own salsas. They have a mole barbecue sauce that's so good. But they have 2 huge offset smokers on their back patio, and they're burning wood and doing it real Texas-style low and slow barbecue. And they're one of the few places in Utah that are, but it's so great. It's so good.
He said he's headed to Provo.
If you're going to Provo, go to Bam Bam's.
Bam Bam's.
The head chef at Bam Bam trained with John Lewis from Lewis Barbecue.
There you go. We're headed to Bam Bam's and heading to the Flintstones.
Dude, that just sounds like a barbecue place, Bam Bam.
Yes.
Right?
And I would agree with this. That mole sauce sounds bomb. That sounds really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
Wow.
It's just thank you.
You're welcome. I live to serve. What else you got? I mean, we could just do Q&A this whole time.
We could do.
Yeah, no, it's more fun when people ask questions.
Keep stirring the pot, Susie.
I can't help it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and Michelle mentioned, Michelle in the beginning mentioned a barbecue family, and I can literally tell you that the barbecue community, as tight knit as we all are, it truly is a family. And yes, there are feelings in the family, and yes, feelings do get hurt sometimes. So yes, it is like dealing with your own family. So I can see that if you're doing something that's not the norm, people getting upset. So
that's all right. I love it.
Good for you. Yeah.
At this point, if I don't have thick skin after 10 years, I would not be in business.
Yeah, right. Ryan's got thick skin.
Except my shoulder.
Yeah. Just so you know, Ryan's got a bad shoulder. So if you see him doing this, he's not.
It's not even my shoulder. I have a pinched nerve in my neck.
Oh.
So I have a bulging disc that's pinching a nerve. And I do go for my second shot here on July 2nd. So if not,
I'm so sorry.
Surgery after that is the next option.
We can go live with you, like coming out of like.
That would be great, I'm hoping it's not the surgery. I went in for the nurse practitioner, and she's like, "Yeah, they're talking artificial disc replacement." So she leaves, and I'm waiting for the surgeon to come in. I'm going like this, like I'm watching a video already of how they do it. Let's check it out.
That boosts your count.
But they cut here and go through the front.
Oh,
yeah, fun times. Maybe I'll see if I can set my GoPro up for the
please. We can go live. We can go live right from there. I could comment. I could be like the announcer commentating on what's going on.
And here he comes in with the scalpel. Oops, wasn't supposed to cut everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's not barbecue, but it was. And now we go back to AK Barbecue Man's comment of what's your favorite recipe for your fish and veggies?
Oh, dude. That fish and veggie rub is so underrated. I think a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's a barbecue company. Not a lot of people are barbecuing fish and vegetables. You know what I mean? They're thinking beef and pork. Right. But if you're grilling in the backyard, that fish and veggie rub is money. We'll do everything. So we'll do salmon and like diced mixed veggies and hit them all with olive oil and the fish and veggie rub and a couple squeezes of fresh lemon juice and just pop the whole thing on the smoker and let it kind of cook like on a sheet pan. So it's like a sheet pan dinner, but in your smoker. That's phenomenal. We make pickles with the fish and veggie rub. I have a recipe on my website. We'll just do quick pickles with the cucumbers and the fish and veggie rub, and they're so delicious. We use it to make ranch dressing. It has like dill and parsley and garlic and onion. It has all the components of an amazing ranch. So we'll add that to mayo, sour cream, and again, a squeeze of lemon juice, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm trying to think what else we've put it on just in the last like couple of weeks. It's so good on grilled artichokes. So we'll like steam them, cut them in half, scrape out the insides, hit them with olive oil, the fish and veggie, and then pop them face down on the grill so that all the cut edges get a nice little bit of char on them. So delicious. I think we probably use it the most on simple grilled asparagus. We are just kind of coming towards the end of asparagus season, but in the spring when there's fresh asparagus, we're doing it once or twice a week with just olive oil, fish and veggie rub, and a couple minutes over a hot grill. It's like the perfect summer side dish. Oh, I just forgot. I got another one.
Whoa.
I was like, I know I just cooked something with it the last week that was like the best thing ever. We did roasted potatoes. So just like the baby potatoes, and you do a mix of olive oil and butter so the butter doesn't burn, but you get all the flavor. And then once they're finished in a cast iron skillet, you top them with, well, the fish and veggie rub, obviously, as they're cooking, and then you top it with a little bit of Parmesan, let the Parmesan crisp on top of the potatoes. They're like ranch style potatoes with the dill seasoning in there and the crushed red pepper flakes. They're so good.
Wow.
Todd's made them like 4 times.
And it's called the fish and veggie rub, right?
Fish and veggie rub. Yeah.
Do you know, I don't know if you know off the top of your head, but do you know if that's in the Ace warehouse?
I think all of our products are. I'm like 90% certain. But it's an underrated one. I feel like on the store shelves, it requires a little bit more education to the consumer, because if people aren't cooking fish and vegetables every week, maybe they think it wouldn't be as used. But like I said, it's super versatile. We're doing it on roast potatoes and sheet pan dinners. We're using it to make ranch dressing and pickles. So there's a lot of versatility to it.
Well, I'm going to check and see tomorrow when I go into work. I'm going to check and see if it's in there. If it's not, I will make sure it gets in there somehow.
Cool. That'd be awesome. It's a good one. I'm glad somebody's loving it already.
Well, lately I know what you're saying, where everybody's thinking of beef or pork, or that kind of stuff. But lately I've been having a lot of people ask if, and I got 12 feet of, 400, 500, whatever different rubs and spices, but I don't have any that are specific. I mean, I got a few but not that many that are specific for fish. And I've been getting a lot of more people asking me, what's good on fish? And you're kind of like, well, I don't,
This one, it says fish on the bottle.
Try this one. So, but that would work out perfect, because people do look for I do have to say your products are named perfectly.
We tried to be as obvious as possible. We just honestly, this because you're in retail. It's one thing to get on the shelf, but a consumable is only great if people use it and if they know how to use it. So you being able to speak to a product directly to a consumer is huge, especially where I can't be in every store. The next best thing that we can do is name them appropriately. So it gives you some really good ideas right out the gate when you're looking at it to see, I would use it on this, this, and this. The next thing that we've done is all of our products are content supported. So I've been writing recipes for years and years and years, and a lot of them are designed for these products. So there's a QR code on the back of all of our bottles. If you scan those, it'll take you to a list of recipes for that product. Because I don't just want you to take it home and have it sit on your shelves. I want you to take it home I want you to scan that with your phone while you're in the store and see 12 things that you could make with it, and then hit the grocery store on the way home and try it out.
Guess what I'm doing now, Ryan?
I know there's Steve going to go on his phone.
Have you seen this?
That's over on the
You know what? Obviously, I mean, I've been looking at the front of the bottle. I didn't look at the back and see I didn't know the QR code did that. There's some that have QR codes that are for other things.
Yeah. We have a little thing on top that says scan for recipes.
Oh, well,
I feel like I should probably just make the whole back of it the QR code at this point.
Well, you know how men are, Ryan. We don't really read too well.
We just open
instructions.
You needed to put like a little picture of somebody scanning something. And you'd be like, ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
We get caught up here. We're talking about your Rob, and he said he's AK Barbecue Man is currently doing some salmon fishing. So
it's so good on salmon.
He also said that my beard will cover the scar, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
And then my good buddy Johnny Cremines came in and says, "Hey, Susie, you probably don't remember me from the Camp Chef side, but Todd was a trooper when he sent me that new older style controller to fix my older 24-inch smoker. Still works great to this day."
Dude, I'm so glad. And that is like just such a Todd move. If you guys don't know, Todd's my husband. He goes by Taste Test Todd. He has his own hashtag. But we call him the mayor of Hey Grill Hey because he is just the most kind and generous representative of the brand that I could ever ask for. But yeah, if you need a new controller and he's got one on one of our old units, he will just find it and ship it to you. Because that's the kind of guy he is. He's the best.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What else we got? Right? We got a lot
Everybody's Griddles and Vittles with Nick and Jay, who were 20 minutes late to meet Steve. I can't let you live that one down.
You're never going to let me live that one down.
Drunken Chef Barbecue says when he's out there, he wants to get some Hey Grill Hey barbecue.
One of my operations director just messaged us and said, hey, the restaurant's for lease next to our warehouse because we do all of our own shipping and fulfillment out of our warehouse here. And he's like, I think, that would be a good idea. Like, what if we just did a little pop-up and we could just do sandwiches? I was like, no. Listen, I grew up in a restaurant family. If you guys see me opening a restaurant, you'll know that Hey Grill Hey's in real trouble as a business.
I can see it. No, the rest. I mean, we talked about that a while back when we had the guy, Greg and Christine on from Chicago Culinary. I mean, the restaurant business is not. It's a whole different. It's worse than retail. I mean, if you see me at a restaurant working and doing stuff, then Steve's hurting too, because restaurants a lot harder work than even what I do in retail.
It's in people's blood, and I absolutely thought that someday I thought I would just stay in the restaurant business because that's how I grew up, but it wasn't in my blood. But I am so grateful for the people who have that fire and that passion because I love eating food.
So does Ryan.
Hey, me too. Come on, Steve. Where's that? I love eating food as well.
I'm so glad there are people that do it.
Yeah, so many people are like, well, why don't you, with all your cooking, why don't you open a restaurant? And I'm like, no, I want nothing to do with that. It's a whole nother ball game that I don't want to touch.
I don't even want to do my dishes. I don't want to do everybody else's dishes. You know what I'm saying?
You hire Steve for that, but
no, I just like to go visit meat. If I get a free meal, I'll wash the dishes.
Yeah. So he did ask, where can I pick up the jalapeno barbecue sauce besides the website, dude? So is there a?
I don't know. Maybe Wanamaker's.
I don't know if Wanamaker's carries the apple jalapeno barbecue sauce. As you can tell, we have really loyal fans for our products. People that try them and have their favorites, they absolutely love them. One of the cool things, we do have the recipe online. So if you don't live somewhere that you can access a bottle of it and save yourself that time and effort, you can make it at home. But if it's not at Wanamaker's Ace Hardware, you can order it online. Worst case scenario.
It soon will be, because that one sounds very, very interesting.
It's delicious.
I guess I might be texting Todd to get have him email me a form things directly, because Ace doesn't carry everything, and sometimes the good stuff doesn't make it to the shelf. That's why there's stores like Wanamaker's that carries everything.
Yeah.
And beautiful Downers Grove.
Beautiful downtown. It's not downtown. I like to say beautiful downtown Downers Grove, but it's not. It's actually.
Let me get it up there. Visit Wanamaker's at 1940 Ogden Avenue.
There you go. That wasn't up there long enough. Come on.
Yeah.
There we go. Steve needs a promo.
I need. Someone's got to plug the store. But yeah, no. I was kind of excited when the Ace brought them in, because we're not actually an Ace Hardware. We're actually not even really a hardware store. We're just a garden center. I just run the grilling department, so I don't even pay attention to much going on in the rest of the store besides the grilling area. But
you can always go to the store.heygrillhey.com.
There you go.
That is also an option.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can get your Hey Grill Hey shirts.
Yeah, we got shirts. We got all the rubs and all the sauces, and we got some kits that are pretty fun.
Maybe we can get some shirts, Ryan, and then next week we can wear Hey Grill Hey.
Yeah, right now. So we do drops with our shirts. Right now they're neon colored. So you can get a really bright,
great in that.
Green, bright yellow. The hoodies are purple.
Yellow. You gotta have the yellow. That's the 80s staple.
Yeah.
I can see you totally in a big lime green shirt, Ryan.
Uh-huh.
Can we get the headbands?
The sweatbands? Sure. We need to bring those back. We actually made sweatbands with one of our drops, Meat Sweats headbands. They said Meat Sweats on the front of them. They were amazing.
Oh, that one I do have on the shelf.
Whiskey Peach.
Yeah, that one I do have on the shelf. Sorry, Ryan, I took your I was just excited because I had a product that was actually sure.
I think your guys' listeners are my favorite.
They're awesome.
They make me feel so good.
Yeah, Johnny says he loves the recipes. We got my good buddy Robert Rose from Rose's Backyard Barbecue. He's up in your neck of the woods. He's in that north PNW. Yeah, he's up in Oregon.
Utah's not that close to Oregon.
It's close.
It's
closer than it is to us.
You're painting with a broad brush again, Ryan.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyways.
It's America. Everything west of the Mississippi
is the same. Yeah,
is the same.
Susie was on a few Food Network shows.
Ooh. A couple.
Yeah. Very good evening, sir. Ding ding. Yes.
What else do you guys want to know?
I'll be on.
What else do you want to know? I don't know. The guests. Yeah. Well, here's what I want to know. I had this idea. I got this great idea. And I don't know if you'd be up for it, but I thought next March, because March is Women's History Month or I don't know how they call it. So I had this great idea to have you, Sonny, and Michelle O'Gwin, who was just on, come up and do a class, Ladies of Barbecue, cooking a barbecue class at Wanamaker's.
That would be awesome. I love Sonny. I don't teach a lot of classes.
That's okay. That's okay.
But Sonny is the queen of teaching classes.
We all know that Sonny talks a lot. So
she's just so good at teaching classes. Like her.
Well, no, she is. But the three of you can all do different recipes. All you got to do is just pretend like you're talking in front of the camera. I mean, you got Sonny there.
I'm not scared. It's more the travel. I still got kids at home, and I get really picky about leaving. And it's really hard because I want to be in every single retailer and I want to go to every store, and I would just be gone every weekend. And so I just have to be real picky so that, I started my whole business so that I could be home, raise my kids and not have to go to work every day. But, my youngest is 10. I feel like I probably got a decade left, and then who knows?
Yeah, decade. My youngest is 12 and he's already out of the house.
I know. It happens too fast.
It does.
Trust me. I'm on the far end spectrum of that. I got 22 and 20, and yes, it gets even worse.
I know. So I'm kind of a clinger. I'm kind of clinging to all the time. And I'm actually traveling to New York. We're leaving tomorrow morning, but I'm taking my kids and Todd with me. Like, if I'm going to go, y'all are coming.
Well, that's fine. They can all come for the class, and they can visit Chicago and the burbs and lovely, beautiful downtown.
We actually are going to Chicago for the Ace show.
Oh, well, then I'll see you there because I'm going to the Ace show.
Hey, Todd and I will be there.
Oh, I'll look for you then. We'll be there.
Come say hi.
Johnny says he disagrees with you, though. You're an awesome teacher. He's learned a lot from watching your videos.
Thank you. It's not that I'm not. I feel like I can teach a great class. I just don't do a lot of classes because a lot of them, there's only so many out here locally that I could do, Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have to travel a bunch. So that's why I don't do a lot. But I do love teaching people. So we stick to mostly online for teaching because that's a format that I can do in my backyard. And I don't have to go anywhere.
It is true. Oh, those are on there. By the way, I did see those on the website. There is a section for classes, those classes that she was just talking about. They're different price ranges. I think one was like $50 bucks.
Yeah. We're running a class promo right now, actually. So we have some bundles on our website for some products. And it comes with a free class. So anyway, maybe I can find a link to it and send it to you real quick.
So is it like a Zoom class? Is that how it works? Or
yeah, they're online classes so that I can still teach, but I can be home.
That's the best thing. I wish
I know.
Well, I'm not like I don't want to teach either, but just do something where I wish the show would just become so popular that this is all we had to do all week. Ryan is trying to figure out what we were going to do on the show. And it would still end up being like this. Ryan's in the days. He's trying to do something technical. I can see he's thinking hard.
I try to look at the camera at the same time, but I can't see anything right now because I'm trying to look for the bundle.
Okay, I'm texting it. I don't know whose phone number. I'm texting it from Todd's computer. I don't know whose phone number gets texted.
Oh, it's probably mine because Ryan didn't.
Ding ding.
That's me.
Wait, which one was it? I didn't know.
If you search bundle on the store, there's a page called Bundle Up, Baby. And it will show you how we have some of our products paired. So we have a pork ribs bundle that's 5 products, and then you get the class for free. So if you wanted to try some of our classes and products, it's kind of a cool way to get a little bit of both in there and see if you really like the teaching style that we do online. I like that you can do it at your own pace, that you can cook along with the class in your own backyard. And, you can pause it and stop and start and take notes, and you don't have to worry about missing anything. So those are pretty fun. We do love the online classes.
I think, Ryan, I just sent it to you.
Yes, we did.
And that's why Ryan's in charge of the technical stuff. I did finally figure out how to.
Text it to me, though? Oh, you did text it to me.
Well, that's the bundle. I figured you maybe could, I don't know, maybe you could put it in the links. I don't know how to do that. To put it in the
worst case scenario, if you really are interested in it, you can just head to store.heygrillhey.com and then search bundle in the search bar, and it'll pull up for you. But you can also just send me a message on Instagram or something, and I'll get you the link directly.
That too. Did you get it, Ryan? There it is. Oh, did you get it in there, Ryan? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at
that.
you. See, that's the only reason why I have Ryan around.
Well, I mean, if Steve, whoa, an error occurred. What?
Oh, there you go, old smoothie.
No, an error occurred on It's All About the Barbecue, so I don't know what.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard and the whole thing, all that warning and stuff they give you at the beginning now with the Facebook changed their rules or some weird.
I gotta get caught back up here. AK Barbecue Man said he just did a tasting event with Todd online. I'm a huge fan of most of your stuff now.
Awesome.
Most
That's
of your stuff.
Fine. Hey. Listen, I don't think that every flavor profile is going to be right for every person. If you have something of mine that you love and something of somebody else's that you love and something of somebody else's that you love, that's fabulous. I like all of my stuff, and Todd has to tell me he likes all of my stuff. And we have loyal fans of all of our products, but I don't think anybody's ever going to love every single flavor profile that everybody comes out with. I just don't think it's possible, Yeah.
So what's your, watching some of your video, what's your, now we'll get back to like a real question, but, so what's your favorite smoker? I mean, what do you, I saw you cooking on the Woodwind, and I saw you cooking on some big thing with the pellets in the front. Not sure. It looks like an older model. Traeger had one like that, but I don't know if that's what you were cooking on, but, what's your favorite smoker to actually cook on?
I think in the summer, we're actually cooking on our Weber kettle more than anything, because you're just outside the whole time and you want to be smelling charcoal, and it holds temp really well. So that's like our weeknight go-to is our Weber kettle. I think in the winter, we're probably busting out pellet smokers more frequently because I can run out, turn it on, and then go back inside and prep everything. And I'm spending less time babysitting when it's chilly, but it still gives me the opportunity to use my smokers year round. Another couple of smokers that we go to over and over again is our Masterbuilt gravity fed, the charcoal gravity fed cookers. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably Todd's favorite smoker that we own, because he can fire it up and he gets that like really a pretty robust smoke flavor. He likes a lot stronger smoke than I do. So he loves that guy. And then when we're just kicking it for the weekend, we have an Old Country offset that we'll wheel out and fire up. That's just the right size for the backyard.
Nice. I watched your grill cleaning. I went to see how you clean the grill. So I was watching you clean your kettle, which is, by the way, it looked to me like a 70th anniversary red kettle from Weber. Now, the only suggestion I would have is that she was using a putty knife, which I wholeheartedly recommend. But I would use a plastic one and not a metal one.
Fair.
Because you might chip the porcelain. Just saying.
It's possible. I haven't yet.
Well, I did notice that it was a 70th anniversary.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Ryan?
It was. Those red grills are so cool.
It was the 70th anniversary kettle. They came out with it, and then recently they just had the 75th anniversary ones that didn't sell too well, but that's all right. But they looked cool.
Yeah, it's a great little grill.
I agree.
Barbecue again says, Susie, you're one of 4 channels I started watching when I first got into cooking barbecue 4 years ago. Thank you for all the knowledge and tips and tricks.
Oh, thank you for watching. That warms my heart. It's something that started out of a real love and a real passion and a real desire to share recipes in a space that didn't have a ton of them online. There just really weren't a lot online a decade ago, especially not a lot written by women. And I wasn't necessarily writing for women exclusively, but I think by default of me being female, it just made my site and my recipes seem a little bit more approachable to everyone. Because if she's a mom and she's in her backyard and she can turn out really amazing looking barbecue like this, then probably I can do it too. So I just wanted to give people the tools that I didn't have when I first started, because I figured out a lot of stuff and I made a lot of mistakes as I went through it. And it is part of the journey. And if barbecue is your hobby and you like making those mistakes and you like practicing and tweaking and spending every weekend doing it and it's part of your identity, then that's amazing. But if you're just somebody that wants to make really good food for your family when they come over on a Sunday dinner, maybe you don't want to go through all the heartache to get to making something delicious. So if I can cut out some of the mistakes that people make in those early days of figuring it out and they have success earlier, that's a win to me, because that's a confidence builder. It increases the overall enjoyment of it. You don't feel like you wasted anything, and you'll come back and cook barbecue more often. So that's kind of the real goal when I started, was get more people cooking barbecue more regularly. And it's been really successful for us. And I think we have, I'm not saying this from a place of ego, but we've been very privileged to help a lot of people cook barbecue for the first time. And seeing people who have just started in the last, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, step into the barbecue space and pick up some knowledge and pick up some information and feel encouraged and capable. And now 4 years later, they're listening to a barbecue show on a Thursday night because they're just that excited about the world of barbecue. That's a huge win. So it's really cool that this is something that I get to do for a living. So when people leave comments like that, it makes me happy.
Yeah. Well, here's another one. Don says he's a huge fan of Susie's and a proud Grill Squad member.
Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up. Yeah, Grill Squad. What exactly is the Grill Squad? Because Ryan over, which way is it, Ryan? This way? Are you over?
Yep, you're good.
Ryan over here is part of the Blackstone Griddle crew, which is a whole different gang.
Heyo. The Grill Squad is just our online barbecue school and community. So that's where all of our classes are hosted online. You can buy it, the individual classes, if you just want to learn something specific, or there's a whole membership program that you can be a part of. And we have matching aprons and patches that you can earn as you pass off the classes. We'll ship you patches that iron onto your apron. It's like the barbecue Boy Scouts. It's super amazing. It's so fun. And we have live videos that are exclusive to the Grill Squad. They get early access to any of our new product drops. They have a discount on our products that is always available. They're kind of our ride or die barbecue crew. You saw Don, proud member of the Grill Squad. Like, if you're in the Grill Squad, it's a really amazing community online. Everybody is so kind and supportive. And I think in the space within the barbecue family, when people have their emotions that run hot and people get offended or angry or want to tell you that you're doing something wrong or bad, the Grill Squad doesn't have any of that. It's just a really positive place to ask questions, get answers, cheer each other on, and leave room to not know everything right away. It's a really safe place to ask questions and grow in your backyard barbecue. And it's really, for us, it's all about feeding your family and feeding your friends and making good food. So it's a really cool place to hang out.
Maybe there has to be like a barbecue rumble of Griddle crew versus Grill Squad.
I don't know. We wouldn't fight you. We would just hug you. And I don't even know how to tell you. The Grill Squad is really, it's just the best. We'd be like, oh, griddles are cool. We just had actually our live video. We did it this week in our Facebook group, and we had a whole discussion with our whole our whole Grill Squad crew about griddles, and they're a really popular cooking apparatus right now. Every brand has one in the backyard. We're all chatting about them. So nobody's anti-griddle in the Grill Squad. We love them. We love you, griddle people.
Yeah.
You can sit with us.
Yes. Yeah, Ryan, at least somebody wants you to sit with them.
And if you want, you can follow the Griddle Battle page on Facebook.
Oh, geez. Speaking of I forgot that thing's coming
Hey, you
up.
brought it up, so I mean,
I know, but I said I said Rumble. I didn't say.
No, it's the same difference, right? So I actually with
there would be no fighting. It would just be like a massive cook-off grill.
I mean, the way that Susie said it though, it made me think of Monsters Inc. I'm just gonna hug him and squeeze him and love him. He was gonna be my
flowers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Throwing candied bacon everywhere.
Just candied bacon everywhere.
Candy bacon.
Hey, I'm down with that.
We got a lot of comments today, Ryan. This is great. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for one, and two, for coming up with some great comments, because this is great. Helps the show move along.
I love the fact that your recipes are on how to make your rubs. It's nice knowing to get them, what goes into them, and it helps when you run out to make a quick small batch until your order comes in.
That was something a lot of people said I should not do. I posted my recipes online before I ever considered having products. Nobody was sharing their sweet rub recipes, like their pork rubs. It was like, no, that's Grandpappy's recipe and you cannot have it. Like, they were not posting rub recipes. It was not a thing that was done. So I shared mine and it did really well. People started cooking it, making it all the time, mixing it up. And they're saying, hey, we're mixing this, in gallon buckets at this point with like paint mixers on the end of drill bits to stir the rub. Could you just bottle this, please, so that I don't have to make it every week? That would be great. After enough of those messages, I talked to Todd and we were like, oh, okay, I guess we have to start making products. But we have our recipes for our products out online. So not only can you make it, if you need to wait for the next shipment to come in, but you can try them out first. If you're not sure you're going to love a flavor profile, whip up a batch. If you find yourself craving it and you don't want to make it, that's what I'm there for. And I think, maybe there are some people that don't buy it because they can just make it at home. But I think more people are eager and happy to support a company that they trust. And if the ingredients are transparent, if the method's transparent, if you know the flavor profiles you're going to get in advance, to me, that's all about trust. It's all about the relationship that I have with my reader. And if they eventually become a customer, amazing. That's so cool. And we will continue that relationship, as well. So we're just happy to have people. Like I said, everybody gets candied bacon. I don't care if you want to buy it or make it at home. You can all get candied bacon. I just want you to have really delicious barbecue. And I want you to feed your family. And I want you to feed your friends. And I want you to become really familiar and happy in this backyard barbecue lifestyle, because it's brought so much joy into my life and into my family's life. And when you feel something that makes you like just that happy, you want to share it. And that's how Hey Grill Hey was born. And that's how we continue everything we do with that ethos of, barbecue's good. And we want people to experience that with us. So whether you make it or whether you buy it, we're good either way. We're just happy to have you.
And we got Rich in here.
Yeah, Rich.
Squad is an elite force of backyard warriors rallied by Susie and Todd to turn out stellar barbecue. We're also hella nice.
It's real. They are. I can't even tell you guys. Just if you're not convinced by the caliber of people commenting about the Grill Squad, how amazing that community is, I think it's the nicest barbecue community on the internet. I really am fully convinced that it is, and I love hanging out in there. They're the best. We have challenges every month. We're actually giving away a griddle this month. We're doing a summer sides challenge, so we encourage you to cook at home, snap photos, share them in the private Facebook group, and then we pick winners for fun prizes every month.
You can share that picture of that dang burger that you post on every show that you made with the onions on either side and everything.
This one? What, this
the
one?
Flying Dutchman.
Yes.
Wow. It wouldn't be a show without that burger. So,
don't worry, Steve.
You mean this burger?
This one.
That is beautiful. That is the championship burger that you just showed.
Oh, terrible. Terrible.
Oh, my God.
It's not a smash burger, but it's all right. We got my good buddy Skinner Farms in here who says, hey, Ryan. Hey, Steve. Hello, Susie.
Hi.
I love her channel.
Thank you.
El Guapo Since the sauce recipes on your site are fire as well, will you ever post the glaze recipes so we can try making those?
Ooh, I will tell you that the maple bourbon is already on there.
Ooh.
The Sweet Heat is on my website, but it's not under its own recipe post. The Sweet Heat glaze is not, it's not hidden. I just didn't, maybe I should write it up as its own post so people can find it. It's on, I have a beer brined chicken wing recipe, and it has the Sweet Heat wing glaze in that recipe, but maybe I need to make it its own post so people can find it easier. But I could definitely post the spice citrus and the cranberry glaze.
What are the glazes? What are all the glazes that you have?
They're brand new. They just came out in the last couple of weeks. I don't have any next to me. I'm in my office. But we have a spice citrus glaze. We have been using that one on salmon and on ribs.
Those are barbecue
and on
sauces,
ham.
right?
Those are sauces.
The one on the right,
one's maple bourbon glaze.
Yeah, maple bourbon glaze.
Ooh, that sounds
That's
really
the
good.
apple jalapeno sauce that we were talking about earlier. The maple bourbon glaze is on the website. That one's good on basically everything. I think one of my favorite uses for the maple bourbon glaze is chicken and waffles. Like I treat it like a syrup on top of fried chicken and waffles, and it's so good. But we also baste it on salmon. If you like a sweet mapley salmon, it's so delicious. Chicken thighs, so good. The Sweet Heat glaze started as a wing sauce, but I put it today. I mixed it with some grilled chicken breasts and put it in a quesadilla. So it's like a sweet, sticky case. We use them for everything. And then the last one is my cranberry glaze. And that one is so good on your Thanksgiving turkey, but it's also phenomenal on pork tenderloin. It's so delicious on smoked chicken thighs or chicken breasts. So anyway, all four of them are super delicious. They're sweeter than your traditional barbecue sauce because most traditional barbecue sauces are kind of that tomato, tangy, kind of base with sweetness and heat on the end. The glazes are designed to be that finishing sauce. So a really beautiful, shiny sheen right at that end point right before you eat it. So you get a really beautiful punch of flavor right as you take that bite. So it's slightly different than you would see like a traditional barbecue sauce being used, but they're so good.
Yeah, that maple bourbon, when I was looking through that one, caught my eye. I was like, that sounds amazing.
Yep, the recipe for that one's on the site.
Yeah, I just put the link up for that one. Where'd it go?
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Todd's definitely getting he's definitely getting a text for my email address because you have a whole bunch of products that, those just aren't in the warehouse for me to. There might be a bigger commitment made here.
Maybe I'll have to reach out and see if we're missing any. You're
gonna have to talk to Joe, Steve, and just expand more to the right side of the opening.
No, I mean I got extra space. I mean I have space. I just I was bringing onesie twosies in out of the warehouse, but I didn't realize that there's all this great flavor.
Listen, I just keep making stuff and it all tastes good. I don't know.
I know. And there's all these great names that she's throwing out there, like maple bourbon and apple jalapeno and all this other stuff that it's just like, hey, these are flavored.
Did you say jalapeno? Sorry, I got to give you a hard time.
I love flavors. So I have a lot of fun with flavors. I have a lot of fun mixing flavors. I try to do things that I think you don't see a lot of. I think we see a lot of the same flavor profiles over and over again. So it's really fun for me to kind of branch out and bring flavor profiles together that taste great with barbecue, but maybe you don't see all of the time. I'm really excited. We have a new rub and a new sauce coming out this year. I don't think we've told anybody about it. Do you guys want an exclusive? Do you want an exclusive sneak peek?
It is. It's almost towards the end of the show. If you didn't watch till the end of the show, you're going to miss an exclusive here on.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we're coming out with a spicy sweet rub, which I'm super excited about. It's got like 5 different types of peppers in there. It's so delicious. And then a hot honey barbecue sauce. So I have a honey barbecue sauce recipe on my website. It's one of my most popular barbecue sauces for people to make at home. So I've been wanting to do a bottled version for a long time, but I didn't want a generic honey barbecue sauce. So I went with a hot honey barbecue sauce, and we just got our final samples back today, and it is so delicious.
Well, if you want to send some of those sample bottles to Ryan and I
only have one.
I don't care. We'll share it.
You'll take it used?
You put a straw on each side, you know.
That'll be so cute. Yeah, that'll be
we'll
great.
Send a picture. Yeah.
But yeah, those will be coming out in the next few months here. I'm super excited.
Oh,
that's awesome. See, guys, if you didn't stick around to the end of the show, you would have never heard it.
You'd have never known.
Never heard it.
Never know. And the people that are watching the replay that only, go through the first 2 or 3 minutes and then shut it off. Too bad for you.
Well, I'll put it on a TikTok snippet or something.
You'll put it on a clip. But we got Mr. Correctional Officer for Lockdown says, good evening. Salute my fellow veterans. Yes, we love our veterans here. Mike Davis actually chimed in, said, love y'all. Thanks, Ryan and Steve. I don't know why he typed it backwards, but
because he got it right.
We sent a text to Steve, and I don't know if it went through, but we were talking about, Todd and I were chatting about Mike D's situation, and we would love to help out. So if you guys are donating to Mike, I don't know how we're going to keep track of this. Maybe I'll have to let Michelle know if she's seeing what's coming in on the back end, but we'll match up to $1,000 that are raised from the Thursday Night BBQ chat.
Wow, that's awesome.
So whatever you guys are seeing come in tonight. Oh yeah, Michelle's seeing it in the chat. So Michelle, whatever you guys are seeing come in tonight, will you let me know a number and we'll match it? So whatever donations you guys send over to Mike, we'll match that tonight and get it over to him on Venmo.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm going to throw it back up.
Yeah,
guys.
so pop this up here. Mike needs some help, and we are a barbecue family, and we would love to help Mike. So scan the QR code, send him a couple bucks, and we'll match up to $1,000. So if you donate $1, it's actually $2. If you donate 10, it'll actually be 20.
That's
sweet.
Awesome.
So we're going to double whatever you guys do and see if we
Venmo at Mike-Davis-417. Well, that's awesome. That's nice.
That's nice that you're doing that.
That's just
awesome.
The barbecue community coming in.
It's the best.
Yes.
We've had people show up for us, and it's all full circle.
Yeah, that's
and Mike says thank you.
Yeah, you're making me almost a little emotional.
I know.
Because I know Mike, and Mike's a great guy, and that's turning out better than I thought that it would. So yeah, so if you guys can get on, and I think that's what I'm doing as soon as I get off. I'm gonna try and send some money over there so that we can. Maybe we should do Is there a way to? You can comment in there, can't you? When you do it, I don't on Venmo. Can you mark a Venmo, Ryan?
Yep, you can leave a caption in Venmo. So if you want to let us know you heard about it on the show, I think that would probably be an easier way for them to track it.
Thursday night barbecue chat or Hey Grill Hey, either one, just so they know that it's referenced to tonight's show. That would be great. So if you guys all you guys that are in there still, that are in there commenting, if you can go and donate to that, like she said, even if it's $5-10, they're gonna match up to $1,000, right? What you said.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you very much for that. That's
our pleasure.
That's quite awesome.
Andy is one of the biggest reasons I'm such a big fan of theirs.
No,
thanks, Rich.
That's so awesome. Got a whole bunch of people coming in here. Mike says, "Love you, Susie." Daddy Dutch, Drunken Chef Barbecue again. Skinner Farms. We're over our hour. I mean, that's
sorry. I'm a real good talker.
No, that's
great.
good.
It's by so fast.
So, but you said you're going to be at the Ace show.
Yep, I'll be at the Ace Hardware show.
Okay.
And we'll be out in the outside demoing our stuff. So if you guys are at the Ace Hardware show, come say hi. We'll give you some samples.
Do you know what day is the day
I can't remember.
Cooking?
I'd have to look.
I'll find it up and I'll look it up. I'll contact the head dude and ask him what day that is, because I want to make sure I'm there for that.
Yeah, they have a schedule posted. I don't have it pulled up right now. I can tell you off the top of my head.
Is that an official title, the head dude?
Well, I don't want to give his name out on the thing. The grill department buyer.
The head dude guy.
The grill department buyer at Ace Hardware. I know very well, and I just don't want to give his name out on the thing. It's not right.
Oh, you're good.
Got people harassing him. Like, dude, I mean, a million people are watching this show, Ryan. I mean, we can't have the guy harassed.
Is that the Ace in Chicagoland?
Is that an Ace in Chicago? Well, the Ace's headquarters is in Chicagoland. And for those of you who shop at Wanamaker's, you will find that their setup looks very similar to a local store in the western suburbs of Chicago, only because of the fact that their headquarters is literally about 10 minutes from my store.
That's awesome.
At 1940 Ogden Avenue.
1940 Ogden Avenue in lovely, beautiful Downers Grove, Illinois. So
downtown.
Downtown, beautiful downtown, almost little northwest of downtown, but it's still, it sounds better when you say downtown. So,
yes.
All right. So get on there, get a donation to Mike D if you can. Ryan, show that little thing again. Susie and Todd are going to be nice enough to match up to $1,000. So that is awesome and spectacular. So if you can, let's make a donation. Let's help out Mike, because I know Mike is more than willing to help just about anybody that's out there. So that's a great thing.
We've all had a crappy time, man. It's someday it's going to be our turn to have a bad day, and we hope people will show up for us. Yep. So.
I get it.
Susie, it's been great. Thanks for coming on the show, guys. If you're still here, if you're not following Hey Grill Hey, make sure you go give her a follow. All the recipes are amazing. I've got so many more things that I can't wait to try now. The filet burn ends.
I know.
They're coming.
Sweet and sticky steak bites, Ryan.
Oh, sorry.
Don't get them angry.
Bites. Yeah. So follow her on Facebook, subscribe to her on YouTube. And hey, while you're doing that, speaking of charity, you can also subscribe to It's All About the Barbecue, and you can also follow It's All About the Barbecue on Facebook. And then Ryan has a page and a thing too. Ryan, go ahead and advertise your thing too.
They already follow, so.
You're so full.
I mean, if I got to look, there's 9 viewers in here, and they are all on Barbecue Blackstone and Beer YouTube right now. So thanks you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the little bell for the notifications as well. God, we're doing like a live video. Cool.
You did great. We're doing great.
All right, Susie, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight. You may have to come on again because there's just a lot of things to talk about.
I told you I'm a talker. I could just keep talking. So anytime.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Well,
thanks, Susie. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh wait, that's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show. Well, now how cool is that
Awesome.
that they're going to do that? I'm going to have to get on there now and donate some cash because I don't even have Venmo. I got to figure out, is that like an app or something?
Yes, you can't do it on your rotary phone.
Well, no, I mean I do Zelle. I don't have the Venmo thing. I got to figure out how to download.
I'm sure they can figure it out some ways. You can send it to. You can Zelle it to me, and I'll go on and Venmo it if you have to.
Oh, let's do that. That's probably a heck of a lot easier than me trying to figure out this late at night.
I don't know what Daddy Dutch is talking about. He dyed his. No, it's still here. It's still there.
Well, Ryan, I think the reason that there's such a disparity, and It's All About the Barbecue viewers and Barbecue Blackstone, because I think with this whole not being able to go live, and I just want to say to Facebook, this not being able to go live into groups anymore, I think is kind of a little. I don't understand the whole thing of it, because obviously not a lot of people are followers of the page It's All About the Barbecue, but there's a lot of people in the group It's All About the Barbecue and More, that now I have to share it in there. It doesn't get the announcement that like when you're going live type of thing like you would before. So I think it's kind of poopy on Facebook, but
it happens. But
they're just jealous because nobody's doing Facebook Live. That's why.
I can tell you right now, there's still 7 people in here, guys. And we've got some guests that are coming up.
Oh yeah, next week's guest.
Steve, I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how I do it because, I'm just a man that abuses contacts. But anyway,
we have a new new viewer.
Thank you very much, Mark. That is great that you did that. I appreciate that. It helps everything get to where it needs to go. Next week's show, I have interviewed this man before. I hate to tell you, I obviously watched him a lot. He is somebody that everybody knows, but we will have on next week. I talked to them today. They confirmed we will have How to Barbecue Rights. Mr. Malcolm Reed will be on the show next Thursday, 7 p.m. I mean,
yeah,
the guy's got like 2 million followers. I mean, I know we're close. Ryan,
we're getting there. We're just right behind that notch.
We're just like, we're almost to 50,000, maybe.
We are like right there. I mean, we're right
next to it. So yes, if you've ever wanted to talk to, or if you ever want to ask a question of Malcolm Reed, he will be on the show next week. I am really excited about it because I do, as I said before, I am a barbecue geek just like the rest of you guys, and I do get excited by certain guests that come on, and all these, actually almost all the ones that come on, because they're all prolific barbecue people, and I'm jealous of a lot of the stuff they do. I wish I could cook like Susie, but whatever. No, never happen.
Got to cook in general.
And then we don't have the date solidified yet. It's going to be in July. Well, there's 2 things coming up in July. We're not going to jinx it, but I know the one for sure coming up in July. July 25th, for those of you who are looking to mark your calendars, July 25th will be the big griddle battle, not Ryan's griddle battle, but the griddle battle between Sonny and Michelle O'Gwin, live here on Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. They are going to actually be in the same space, and we know Sonny's going to cheat because she makes everybody laugh, which then kind of gets everybody all, whatever. But
you're going to be alone.
Huh? You're not going to be here?
No, I will be at Blackstone headquarters.
Oh, you'll be able to. Well, you and all the Blackstone Griddle crew can watch.
I think we'll be doing some lives already. But yeah, we can.
Yeah. Well, anyway, maybe I'll have to find a co-host for that, because Michelle's my usual co-host when Ryan's not here, will actually be participating in the battle. But then the other thing we have talking to, we don't know the date yet. It may be in July, it may be in August. But
which one?
Well, it's Mr. Harry Sue.
Oh, I was gonna keep it a secret.
Oh no, let people know.
I was gonna try to put a hint out there and be like, little hint, but Sue, we will see you later.
Yeah, Harry Sue will be on Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. I'm not sure. Most people aren't watching this late into the show, so they're not going to see this.
That's true.
But Harry Sue will be on the show. We're looking late July, and then we're looking at August. Coming up in July, just so everybody knows, there probably will not be a show on the 4th of July unless Ryan wants to go on to the show.
No, we're definitely going to miss that show. I've got family in town. We're going to be cooking, and we're going to actually be cooking, barbecuing.
Actually, Trisha and I are going to be at, if all things work the way they should, we should be at the King County Cougars game. So if you're at the King County's Cougars game on July 4th, look for Trisha and I there.
I did.
I may even, huh?
I was going to say, I don't know if you've seen the post, but it's a little far. The Weber EX4.
Oh yeah, I saw your post of your ribs. Yeah, they looked really good. And then what else are we getting at? Oh, and then July 11th, Ryan and I are gonna have to talk. We have to figure it out, because odds are July 11th, I will probably be down at the Windy City Smokeout downtown in Chicago. And you know what? Ryan might be there too, but we'll see what happens, how things work out. Just so you know, Ryan, you might be there too.
Oh, okay. I might have to. Oh, I'm feeling a little ill that day.
Yeah. We might be, depending on how things work out with passes and stuff like that. I was contacted by our good friends over there at Blues Hog, and they asked if I was wanting to help them out at the Windy City Smokeout, and I said yes. I requested some extra passes for maybe family and some other people, but maybe Ryan. And
do I get to come cook too?
Oh yeah, no, that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, I need to know, because I got to put in for the day. So,
well, I'll let you know. I'll hopefully know more soon. I'll reach out, and then hopefully we'll know more soon. And then I don't know what time we would get down there, but whatever. So anyway, and then of course, as always, hey, the best for last. This Saturday, 11 a.m., Hell's Barbecue, Oswego, Illinois. The Barbecue Love Tour will make a stop there. And if you have not been to Hell's Barbecue out there in Oswego, you are missing out at a great place to eat. So if you are in the area, please stop in and join us. Roy said he's going to be there. So what more could you want?
Right. So until next week's guys.
Malcolm Reed. Malcolm Reed next week.
Right,
can you
guys.
believe
Take
it?
Care.
Ryan?
Shop small, shop local, be patient, have fun.
Be patient, be kind, be courteous. And hey, just more than anything, like Ryan said, shop local, shop small. We love you when you do. So, and obviously be kind to everybody. But you know how weird it's going to look with Malcolm Reed's face on the Thursday night barbecue chat?
Right down here.
Yeah, right down. Or is it right down here?
Yeah, there you go. Yep. You're getting there.
How weird is that going to be? It's just not going to seem. We're almost going to seem like we made prime time, Ryan. All right. Anyway.
Anyways. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care.